Pause. Shifa. Maternity care, most affordable and compassionate, maternal health care in city of Vijaypur.
Hello, and a huge warm welcome to all the new and expectant mothers from all of us here at Dr. Salma Attar's practice. Think of this as a personal guide straight from Dr. Attar and her team at Shifa Hospital. We've put this together just for you to help you feel supported and really just reassured as you start this incredible journey. So we're going to get into all the practical stuff, I promise. But first, let's start with a message right from Dr. Attar herself. It's all about setting the right tone for this amazing new chapter you're stepping into. Welcoming a new life is a profound blessing, an amana from Allah SWT. And that word amana, it's just so powerful, isn't it? It means a sacred trust. You see, Dr. Attar really wants you to see this journey as more than just a medical thing. It's a deeply spiritual experience, one that's meant to be filled with so much peace and joy for you and your family.
All right, let's get right into it. Those first few hours, wow, they're just so precious. It's this incredible time for bonding, but also for some really important immediate care.
Okay, so there are 3 key things that happen right away. First up, skin-to-skin contact. Your baby is placed right on your chest. And, it feels amazing for bonding, but it's also doing some incredible work. It's helping regulate their temperature, their heart rate, everything. Next, that very first feed. The milk you have right at the beginning, it's called colostrum, and it is literally liquid gold. I mean, it's a superfood packed with antibodies to protect your little one. And finally, some routine medical care, like the vitamin K shot and some eye ointment. These are just standard, simple procedures to make sure your baby is healthy and safe right from the get-go.
So, we've covered the immediate medical side. Now let's talk about the spiritual welcome, because alongside all the hospital routines, there are these just beautiful Islamic traditions for welcoming your new baby into the world and into the faith. Think about this for a second. The very first words your baby ever hears are a declaration of faith. How beautiful is that? The Adhan, the call to prayer, is whispered softly into their right ear, and the Iqamah into their left, usually by the father or another family member. It's just such a profound, immediate connection to their spiritual heritage right from their very first breath. And then there's this really gentle tradition called Tahneek. It's where you take a tiny bit of a softened date or even honey and just gently rub it onto the baby's palate. It's a beautiful sunnah, a tradition of the Prophet, and it's like a symbolic, sweet first taste of all the goodness the world has to offer. And that spiritual welcome often builds up to the 7th day after your baby is born. This day is a big deal. It's traditionally when 3 really important things happen. The baby gets their name, their head is shaved, and the Aqiqah is performed. So what is Aqiqah exactly? Well, at its heart, it's a beautiful act of gratitude to Allah for the gift of your child. It involves a sacrifice, typically 2 sheep or goats for a boy and 1 for a girl. And the best part? The meat is shared. It's all about bringing everyone together, family, friends, and the community, especially those in need, to celebrate this wonderful new life. Okay, so we've talked about some of those big, special events. Let's shift gears now and get into the daily routines. This is all about the practical, day in and day out care for your new little one. Now, when it comes to feeding, before we get into the nuts and bolts, it's really interesting to know that the Quran encourages breastfeeding for up to 2 full years. It's seen as a right of the child. It just reframes the whole thing, doesn't it? It's not just a physical chore, it's a real act of love and even worship. All right, so let's talk essentials. First, feed on demand. What does that actually mean? It means forget the clock. Watch your baby. Are they rooting around, sucking on their fists? Those are their hunger cues. Next, getting a deep latch is absolutely key. It makes things so much more comfortable for you and ensures your baby is getting all that good milk. And of course, burping. Gotta get that trapped air out to keep them happy and comfortable. At the end of the day, the most important thing is that your baby is fed, healthy, and thriving. Breastfeeding is amazing, of course, but listen, it's not always possible for every mother for a million different reasons, and that is perfectly okay. Formula is a safe and nutritious alternative. This is your decision to make, and Dr. Attar and her team are there to talk it through with you, no judgment, to find what works best for you and your family.
Okay, let's talk about something that's super important: safe sleep. This is one area where there's no wiggle room. Just remember the ABCs. A is for alone. Your baby needs to be alone in their crib, no blankets, no pillows, no stuffed animals. B is for back. Always, always, always put them to sleep on their back. And C is for crib. Make sure it's a safety-approved crib with a firm mattress. Seriously, this is one of the single most important things you can do to keep your baby safe.
And just like you're creating a physically safe space for them to sleep, you can also create a spiritually protected one. So many families find a deep sense of peace and comfort by reciting Ayat al-Kursi and the last 3 surahs of the Quran over their sleeping baby. It's like a beautiful prayer for their protection.
All right, umbilical cord care. I know this one can make new parents a little squeamish, but I promise it's actually really simple. The 2 key words are clean and dry. That's it. Just fold the top of the diaper down so the little stump is out in the air. Then just leave it alone. Seriously, don't pull at it, don't fuss with it. It'll fall off all by itself in a week or 2. Easy peasy.
Okay, we're heading into our last section, and honestly, this might be the most important one of all. Because after you've read all the books and heard all the advice, it really boils down to one thing: trusting your own instincts.
Now, your instincts are powerful, but it's also good to know what specific signs to watch for. Things like a fever over 104, any kind of trouble breathing, or if your baby is just really, really sleepy and hard to wake up. If you see any of these, that's your cue to call Dr. Attar's office right away. And here's the bottom line: never, ever hesitate. If you feel like something's not right, trust that feeling and make the call. It is always, always better to be safe.
So you're watching your baby like a hawk, right? You're tracking every feed, decoding every cry. Your whole world is focused on this tiny person. But that leads to a really important question. With all of that going on, who's taking care of you? Please, please hear this. Taking care of yourself isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. You can't pour from an empty cup. You know that old saying, sleep when the baby sleeps? It's a saying for a reason. It's true. Take the nap. Accept help when people offer it. Eat good food. Drink tons of water. And maybe most importantly, be kind to yourself. Give yourself some grace. You're learning a brand new job, and it is a journey. You're doing great. And just remember, on this whole journey, you are not alone. This is the final, most important message from Dr. Attar. Her team, all of us at Shifa Hospital, we are here for you, every single step of the way. So take a deep breath, embrace these incredible, fleeting moments. You've got this.
Shifa Maternity Care Dr. Salma Attar. For appointment, call 243761.